10 things to learn about FC Barcelona's preseason match in Asia. FC Barcelona played 3 games this preseason and it's all against the Asian teams. And we have a very wonderful results by playing 3 matches and scoring 15 goals. One of the things we need to talk about FC Barcelona is that we've now known that FC Barcelona now has a first and second team. FC Barcelona now have a first starting 11 of great quality players and another starting 11 of great quality players, because we can see in the formation as a Flick has been using. We saw what the first lineup in the first game, the second lineup in the second game, and the third lineup in the third game. And whenever they play the first half, in the second half of the game, is subbed in other set of 11 players that even play much more better than the first half of the players that started. And for me, I believe FC Barcelona now has a first team and a second starting 11. And the second lesson we need to learn is Rafinha won't play as a 10. Because when we signed Marcus Rashford, everyone was thinking that since the arrival of Rashford, Rafinha would need to drop to play in the number 10 position. And we can see that in the 3 games FC Barcelona played this season, there is no form of using Marcus Rashford and Rafinha together. And there is no way they used Marcus Rashford as a wing while Rafinha played as a 10. And there is still nowhere Rafinha played as a 10. He's playing as a pure left winger. And I believe that's what he's still going to play next season. With the arrival of Rashford, Rafinha will still play much better at the left wing position. And the third lesson is Ferran Torres will play a bigger role next season. Ferran Torres will play a bigger role, even much better than last season, because next season there will be a very tough competition within Ferran Torres and Robert Lewandowski. And when we talk about the left flank as well, Marcus Rashford will need to fight more for that position with Ferran Torres, because Ferran Torres doesn't look like a player who has dropped form or a player who is likely to drop form. We all remember the form he kept last season. With the absence of Robert Lewandowski, we were still able to move on with a striker like Ferran Torres, and it worked out for us. Look at the mighty goal he scored against Real Madrid last season at the Copa del Rey final, and look at his performance in the Champions League as well. So I believe with what we've seen in this preseason as well, I believe that Ferran Torres would have a bigger role to play next season. And the next one, Rooney Badji. Rooney Badji is the player we signed this summer transfer window, and we have the expectation that he will be playing as the reserve team. But with what we've seen him play this preseason, even as the Flick said it himself, that Rooney Badji would be with the first team, and I believe he will be the player that would give Yamal rest and the player that would give competition to Lamine Yamal. And I believe Rooney Badji would play a lot under Hansi Flick next season, so he will be part of the first team next season. And as for the fifth one, Pablo Gavi, we all need to believe that Pablo Gavi is fully back to his form, because last season he wasn't lucky because he got back from a very serious injury, and the injury took him some time to, stay outside the pitch. Gavi returned back last season from injury, and he hasn't really gotten back to his best form due to the recovery process, and he was avoiding relapse on the knee they worked on. And watch this preseason very well. You see that Gavi is even our top highest goal scorer, and is a very, very wonderful player. He showed brilliant masterclass. You remember that there was a time that Gavi was a very big threat to Frankie de Jong. So next season, I believe that competition will come back again, because Gavi is the tiger. He's the tiger we have in our team, and he's the fighter. He's the heart of our team, according to Xavi. And I believe Gavi will be back to his form next season. And we all see, and let's all believe that Gavi is truly back. Watch out for Pablo Gavi. And as for the sixth, we all see now that FC Barcelona now have a very complete competitive team to compete for everything next season. We have a team now to compete for both the Champions League, UEFA, Europa, Champions League, the La Liga, Copa del Rey, all the old titles we are playing this season. We have the team to compete for everything. So let's just hope we win the Champions League next season because we have everything now. As a Flick has no excuse. The old players have no excuse because they are very good players at every position. And trust me, it's just like that. So we have a team to compete for all the old teams because in the front line we have Liamal and Ronny Baji at that wing. And at the striking position, we have the likes of Robert Lewandowski and Ferran Torres. And at the wing, we still have extra players like Rafinha. We have the likes of Rashford and even Ferran Torres and much more players. And at the midfield, we have loads of players at the midfield. And as the defense, last season, the absence of Kunde and Alejandro Balde cost us a lot against Inter Milan. And this season, we have the fully fit Alejandro Balde and Kunde. And Eric Garcia now is a player that has turned into a right back because the whole game this season he played as a right back. And I believe Hansi Flick has successfully signed himself a right back. And at the left back position, you have the likes of, even at the absence of Balde, we still have the likes of Gerard Martin and Geoffrey Torre. Geoffrey Torre is a player that comes from the academy, and trust me, is a very good player. So we have a fully fit fullbacks to compete next season. And as for the next one, let's just confirm that we've gotten a very good player in Gerard Martin because this season, in this preseason entirely, he has really been good. He has been wonderful because even watch the assists he made in this last match against Dogo because this guy made a very wonderful cross and he played as a centre back and he still performed. What I just need this guy to improve on is his tackling ability. If he can mark well, I think he has everything to play well, even play and compete against Alejandro Balde. Trust me, if this guy can just be a very good marker, complete his marking skills, he has everything to fight for that left back position. What is the difference between Cucurella and Balde? They are huge difference, but Cucurella is a very big defender than Balde. He's a very big marker than Balde. That's just the difference. So when this guy has the marking ability right, I think he would compete a lot with Alejandro Balde next season. And trust me, Geoffrey Torrent is also there, and I believe they would also work well together next season. So watch out. As for the eighth one, let's talk about the La Masia graduates. La Masia graduates has been wonderful during this preseason. We even talk about the likes of Drew Fernandez. We talk about the likes of Julie Fernandez. Julie Fernandez is a midfielder from the reserve team. Drew Fernandez also is a midfielder from the reserve team, which plays as an attacking midfield, while Julie Fernandez as well play as an attacking midfield. And let's talk about the likes of Geoffrey Torre. Geoffrey Torre as well has been so spectacular. And even the guy we bought, let's talk about Ronny Baji. Ronny Baji is not a Lamisia, but of course next season he would play a bigger role next season. So the 10th one is for you to subscribe to this YouTube channel to see more content about FC Barcelona, our beloved club. So please do subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell to see more of our videos in case if I upload next video, so you can be able to be the first people to see the next video. See you in my next video. My name is Solomon Evans, aka Solo, aka Man Solo. Bye for now.